Real 96.3, the WICK's new number one for hip hop and R&B. Also, 103Q, got to show 103Q some love because today this is a big one. This is for all surrounding counties and everything. I have so many titles right here. First of all, I'm going to say Katrina Felder, elected official over the Coastal Technical Pines Adult Education Program, and really just somebody you need to know in Southeast Georgia. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for that introduction. Before we get into it, I just like to say it's such a pleasure to be here with you.
Appreciate it.
I've been waiting this interview for so long.
We've been trying to get it together.
We finally,
we're finally here. Yeah, definitely,
we're
definitely.
Here. So I'm so excited to just really be spreading some wonderful news about all the opportunities that Coastal Pines Technical College has to offer in our 13 surrounding counties.
Wow, and you, when you talk about the 13 surrounding counties and just how much coverage y'all have, I think it's really something that the area needs on how y'all continue to go at the needs of what we need in this area. When you talk about kids needing skills or young adults needing skills or adults needing skills, education going to the next level, what is something, what makes Coastal Pines want that to be their driving, like to connect with the community? Because there's institutions that's like, okay, we're up here and this is what we do, but like Coastal Pines is like, this is for the community, come here so you can get more pay and more skills.
Yes. Oh wow, that's such a great question. There's so much that distinguishes our technical college from the 28 other technical colleges here in the state of Georgia. But one thing that really stands out to me is the fact that we cover 13 counties on the southeast coast of Georgia, because we want to make sure that, all of the community needs are met. And so therefore, we have a lot of strong partnerships and collaborative agreements with businesses, organizations, industries, and other community organizations in those 13 surrounding counties that helps us to ensure that we are reaching a multitude of individuals that live in those counties so that we can offer the most efficient as well as economical degrees, diplomas, as well as certifications in higher education. Our technical college is SACS COC accredited, and that's a really big deal because in order to be SACS COC accredited, that means that every degree, diploma that you award meets the needs of the community, but also it ensures that every degree or diploma that we're awarding is recognized, and we have went through a process, a collegiate process to actually achieve that particular recognition. So that means that, any degree or diploma that we offer, it is transferable to any community college, any university, as well as, even enlisting in the military or whatever it may be. So there are so many unique things that Coastal Pines Technical College has to offer. I also appreciate the fact that how well connected we are with our community, and our reach is continuously growing, which is definitely needed.
And you talk about that reach. I was just looking at, all the 13 counties, and it's coastal, inland, all over. And you guys have do you guys have all the same programs at each location, or are there different programs for like the adult education program at these different locations?
So there are so many programs in the counties that we serve. Our main campus is in Waycross, but we also have other sites in Camden, Glenn County, as well as Jessup or Wayne County, and I'm sorry, I don't want to leave anything off. Appleton, again, we cover 13 counties.
Right.
Yes. So depending upon the needs of the communities and the industry, a lot of time that determines what type of programs that our college offers. And just to kind of give you an example, initially, before I became the executive director of the adult education program, I was the psychology chair on the accredited side of the college, and so one of the courses I taught was psychology, and that was a gen ed course. But I did a lot of networking, with other program directors, because students normally had to have that particular course in order to enroll in a particular program of study. And just to kind of give you an example of some of our programs that we offer include LPN, RN, CNA, commercial truck drivers.
And those are all big money careers that you naming right there.
Yes, they
The
are.
medical field,
Yes.
Transportation goods,
Yes,
and all that.
medical assistant. Oh gosh, and I don't want to leave anything out because there's so many that we offer. You would, just to find out more about our college, you really would need to log onto our website at www.coastalpines.edu to find out more of the services that we have to offer. Also for me, I've always been about education and literacy and improving literacy. And I think that you all may very well be aware, but in Georgia we have a very high illiteracy rate.
Right.
And so one of my missions, just as a professional, as an individual who has a passion for learning and literacy, is to ensure that no one is left behind, because everyone deserves the opportunity to learn, whether you completed school or not. So through my adult education program, I always like to make sure that we have a plethora of services that are flexible, our class schedules, as well as educational resources that we provide to all of our students for free. And so if you're someone, or someone that has at some point in time maybe did not complete high school, but they have this strong desire to earn a diploma, then our adult education program is the way to go. And I know sometimes that over the years, there has been a stigma that's been attached with someone that earns a GED diploma. It's really called a high school equivalency diploma, or an HSC. And it has that term because it is equivalent to a high school diploma. And since I've been the program director for the adult ed program for a little over 5 years now, we have had so much success with students obtaining their GED. And I just like to take this moment to brag on our college, as well as my staff in the adult ed program. But in FY24, which was last fiscal year, we just came out of that fiscal year, my program, out of all adult ed programs, exceeded their high school equivalency diploma attainment rate.
Oh, wow, wow, major.
The state normally, what they do is they set a goal for all adult ed programs every year. That's just one goal regarding high school equivalency diploma attainment. And so the state set my goal at 157, and because of the great team that I have, we actually exceeded that. We helped 189 students receive their GED, or high school equivalency diploma. And just for clarification here, I always like to remind folks that there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a high school equivalency diploma, because just like a high school diploma, they both come from the state of Georgia. Right. They are both recognized. And I have yet to hear a student that earned their high school equivalency diploma through our adult education program say that I can't do anything with this. I tried to get a job, or I tried to go to college, or I tried to even enlist in the military, and I was told no. We have a lot of great success stories that have happened for a lot of our students of all demographics, of all ages, of all ethnicities, and all types of experiences that have been very successful once they obtain their GED. And it was a challenge because we do work with a population of students that have had some experiences in life.
And you know what? That was something I was going to ask you, because even before you even say that, I'm one of those students. I was going to Fernandina Beach High School, playing around, and they just about was like, we don't even want you coming back to the school. We know what you're doing up here. You wasting time. I had to go get my adult, education program, take the tests, take the classes, and all that. So it's important, like, to not give up. A lot of people, for me, it was like, oh, I was playing around, whatever, not taking it seriously. And then later I'm like, okay, well, I need to go do what I need to do, because I need to complete this thing. I'm not going to act like, because it wasn't like I couldn't do it. I just wasn't going to school. But after I went and did it, it does make a difference, because it's the same thing as having that paper. It's showing that you've completed this and you have a certain amount of skill. So just to add to that, I'm one of those people.
Right.
I'm like, it's important.
That is. It's important. And I'm an advocate for adult literacy. Not just in the state of Georgia, but just across the nation, because it truly, truly is important. The resources that we have are accessible and they're free. It does not cost a person anything other than their time. Wow. And we have the most updated instructional curriculum for all of our students. Whether you're someone that wants to or needs to come to class in person, maybe hybrid or even online. We have a very, very flexible schedule. And I will say that the pandemic was kind of a double-edged sword for us, because it really caused us as a program, as a college, to really revisit our mission and goals and vision for our students, but also to just kind of reimagine and rethink how can we offer services even better.
Right.
And one thing that was very important for me was during the time that, when we all kind of had to, in a sense, retreat home, and, a lot of folks were working from home or working virtually online with K through 12 with your kids and things like that. It was like that for my adult ed program, but I recognized that we were not having as much success. And so I kind of had to work with my team, and we had to put our heads together to figure out how we were going to serve adult literacy students during this pandemic. And, with timing and prayer and proper planning, I was able to devise a proposal that I submitted to my president, and he reviewed it and gave me the okay to open my doors back up to allow our students to come back in and receive adult literacy services. And this was during the height of the pandemic. So
congratulations to all them students too, because that was like a tough time to even focus and anything that was lifing. But at the same time, if you were trying to advance or do anything at that time, it was very, very hard. So shout out to everybody who made it through.
Oh yes. And we're so proud of our students. And one of the major, I would say, accomplishments that I'm so proud of with our program is that if you don't know about adult literacy services and what we have to offer, you just don't know. So what we decided to do, and I think this was maybe about 5 years ago, we actually just put out our 50th edition of our adult education newsletter. So it's free. It's a free subscription to anyone. All I need is your name and your email address, and you can actually receive a free newsletter every month so that you can see what happens in our program, the success of our students, and it just really highlights what we're all about. And our newsletter is all things adult ed. So we're always looking for new subscribers to share the good news about, the success of our students, but also just highlighting, what we do as a program.
And we're going to get that information out to the people watching, definitely, so they can get in contact with you and get the name on the list. Because, a lot of times when you are trying to do stuff, especially like in Southeast Georgia, it just seems like you don't know where to start because everything's so spread out. Everything is so spaced out, and you kind of need people to walk you through this type of ordeal, getting to the next level of life.
Yes, you do. And I'll tell you, I am that person. I'm born and bred right here in Georgia. My hometown is Waycross.
Shout out to Waycross.
Shout out to Waycross.
Straight up.
And I love my hometown so much because the history that's there, the people, the resources, and I promise you, if you don't know, all you need to do is ask. And I will tell you, I'm the person to ask. If I don't know, I promise you, I can get you in touch with the one
involved
that can.
in everything.
Yeah, I'm very much involved.
Everything in the county, she involved.
And for me, I think that's just a part of who I am. I don't like to see anyone fail. I believe that there's good in everyone, and that everyone deserves an opportunity in spite of their chances. And another thing that really just kind of pushed me to do more with this program was I recognized that there was an even greater need in our correctional services.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
yeah.
with offering adult literacy services to, men and women that are incarcerated in our local jails. And so, and once again, I'm always coming up with these ideas. I'm thinking about how can I continue to reach not just that individual, but impact the community, because when you help a person get their GED, you not only change their lives, but you change their families' lives and also other generations to come.
Right.
And so I had an opportunity to just really have a conversation with our local sheriff in Ware County, and shout out to Sheriff Carl James. Thank you so much.
Shout out
for just being a partner with me being able to offer adult literacy services in our local jail. And we've had a lot of success there. We've had students to more recently get their GEDs while they're incarcerated in the jail. And also something else we recently did too that a lot of folks may not know about is that, again, we wanted to expand our services in adult literacy. So we offer what's known as IETs, that's Integrated Education and Training Certifications.
Okay.
So depending upon what the employer needs are, I work with the state to develop SSLOs to devise a curriculum for students to pursue a recognized certification. So just to kind of give you an example, one of our certifications that we offer is the OSHA forklift certification. So if we know that, this is we're heavily populated with industries,
right.
And manufacturing companies and businesses here in Southeast Georgia.
How a lot of people take care of themselves.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So having a certification as an OSHA forklift operator, that really gives you an advantage over the average applicant that may be applying for the same position. So what I did this past year was I offered that opportunity to our students that were incarcerated at the jail that are enrolled in our adult education program. So we actually had students that get certified as OSHA forklift operators, because I truly believe that, if you give them something in hand, a GED, a certification, resume, cover letter, once they walk out those doors, they don't have a reason to return, because you've given them some tools that they can take with them and actually use.
So let me ask you this, because I'm hearing the job description. I know who you are. I know what you do for the area, but I also want to know, like, what makes you go above and beyond? Because even with you talking about the adult education program, like, people would overlook what's going on at the jail. People overlook what's going on with our corrections department in everywhere, pretty much. So what connects you to even want to help outside? Because the thing is, it's hard for regular young adults right now. You talk about coming out of prison, trying to get your life back going. Even if you went to county for a little bit, you lost your job, you coming back, you trying to jump back in society. Like, that could be a major lift. Like, it could actually be all positive after doing your time, after experiencing something like that. That's major. But what makes you want to give like that outside?
Gosh, that's such a poignant question, and I can talk about it on so many different levels. I will definitely have to attribute it to the family that I come from, my upbringing, my community, my level of education and experience. But also, I think it goes back to just my integrity as a person who believes that you shouldn't judge a person because that's not my role. But I truly believe that we're here to be of service. And so I come from a family of folks that believe in serving and giving and doing.
Wow.
And so that's truly the heart of who I am, like iHeartMedia.
Hey.
And I just believe that, everybody deserves a second chance. And because I'm in a position and I have access to those resources to make that happen, I truly believe that that's part of the mission and the journey that I'm on. That's a part of my life. And also for me is I love a good challenge.
Okay.
I like to take on those tasks that kind of other people may shy away from or turn away and say, no, I don't want to do that.
Right.
But I like to be challenged because it pushes me out of my comfort zone, but also it allows me to discover more about who I am and also what I'm capable of doing, and also how I'm capable of, being a greater asset, not just to myself, but also to the community that I serve and represent.
I like that. You push yourself personally out of your own comfort zone to do certain things, and so now you could bring that to other people and push them out their comfort zone, get them started to going and doing what they need to do.
And you have to remember now. Keep in mind, I tell folks that I came from a family. I had my mother and father who are still alive, and God bless them. I thank them. And, oftentimes parents don't get it right. They do the best they can with what they've been taught and the resources that they had access to. So you just have to take it all in strides. And, sometimes, we have experiences in life that can, negatively impact us. But you got to sometimes, those experiences, you got to allow yourself to learn from it and grow from it. And so for me, that's what I've done. And that's what I try to instill, in others. And, and hopefully, be an inspiration. And while being true to who I am.
All right, so now I got to ask you this, because I was looking at the pamphlet, I'm looking at the newsletter and stuff. I'm from San Diego, California. My whole family from, Southeast Georgia and Alabama, but in Jacksonville, but I'm from San Diego, California. I noticed the whole thing, like, you guys got a whole form in Spanish, like the whole thing. So you don't see that a lot everywhere here. It's not like mainstream. Like in California, that stuff is mainstream. If you see a billboard, you're going to see one in Spanish. Like ever since I was young, it was always like that. But I'm seeing now, like as our population grows here, it is important to point them out, point out the Spanish population and make sure that they're served. So do you is that you serving them like that?
That's all me. That's all me. with our ESL, and that's English speakers of other language population, we serve them as well. I have two wonderful ESL instructors, one in Ware County and the other in Lone County, that serves that population. And so we make sure that those students have an opportunity to pursue their GED diploma, and also now they have the opportunity to pursue it in English and Spanish.
Oh, wow,
Yes.
wow.
And also those same students, they have the opportunity to pursue their U.S. citizenship. We actually have had about, I want to say maybe 7 students this past year that received their U.S. citizenship through my instructor in Ware County. She's been with the program, amazing. I know, for over 20 years, very well connected with the community. And so because of her, we formed a great professional relationship. And so I get out with her along with my staff, and we recruit, and we make sure that the information is out there so everyone there's no boundaries to who we will serve in this program, because we truly believe that everybody deserves a chance to an education. Everybody has the right to an education. And so we want to make sure that we cross all populations and all dynamics.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And we're going to make sure we get all the information about the adult education program at Coastal Pines Technical College. But, you're talking about serving everybody. You are an elected official. Tell me a little bit about that. We're coming up on a political season, so tell me a little bit about what you do in Waycross.
Well, I am currently a city commissioner for District 3 in the city of Waycross. A shout out to District 3, because thank you all so much for believing in me.
Now, where is District 3 at? Where is it exactly in Waycross?
Okay, so District 3, it covers the downtown area.
Okay.
Also the Newtown area, Garlington Heights area, which is the community housing.
Yeah, at Garland. One thing about it, I'll say this: Waycross is not the biggest town, but that Garlington Heights, boy, you see that yeah, you know what time it is.
Let me tell you, I grew up there, so I definitely earned my stripes.
Yeah, Garlington Heights. When I was driving through there, I'm like, yo, this like a big city housing right here, but a lot of beautiful people out there though. A lot of beautiful people out there,
and the kids. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I just remember, when I was running for office and I made this decision, those children in that community and definitely in District 3, but I think I reflect back to those kids, how supportive that they were and currently still are of me. And so I've been working, with our city manager and also our contractors that we have contracts with on improving our parks in that particular area. More recently, as a city, we received a $2.6 million grant to renovate 3 parks in the city of Waycross.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
awesome.
One of those parks being in District 3, my district that I represent. And so in order to make sure that the park really represents what was needed, I went to the kids and asked them what they wanted.
Wow.
And so the design of the park, a lot of it, that you will see, are their ideas and their wants and needs for a healthy community, a vibrant place where they can play and enjoy themselves, and a family center oriented place. So just me as a city commissioner, I stay extremely busy because I'm always constantly working for the citizens. And that's so important to me, and making those connections and getting out and talking with folks and understanding what's needed. Working on a lot of major projects, but I'll save that for another interview.
Yeah. Okay, because I got to have you come back because it's so many layers to what you're doing.
It is.
I'm gonna ask this question though before we go. Okay. What makes you stay home and do what you do? You could be in Atlanta. Let me say it. You could be in Atlanta. You could be in Charlotte. You could be in Jacksonville. You could be in Tampa. What makes you stay home and do what you do and help the people because it means something that they know you, they know where you're from, and they could come ask you something and you turn around and get it done. What makes you stay home and do that and not go for anything else out? Or are you going anywhere else politically?
I will say that what makes me stay home is because it's home.
Hey, I heard that.
Home.
I heard that.
It's love,
right?
And appreciation, and I've always sensed that, even as a child, about my community. And I will admit, there were times that I did try to leave, but nothing ever manifested for me. So I knew that was God's way of saying, nope, Trina, you stay right here. I got you right where I need you for this moment and for this time for a reason. And so, I have to listen to that higher calling and that higher being in my life. And that's what keeps me there. And just knowing that there is a need. And I think it's very important that we do have representation from the community,
Definitely.
because you can't be what you can't see. So I truly believe that, I don't know who the next generation of boys and girls that I'm inspiring, but I want, all young people, anybody to understand that, if there's a will, there's a way. And if you can believe it and you can dream it, you can achieve it. And so for me, that I think it's really important to just kind of set the tone and be an example and lead by an example.
Well, we really appreciate you in the area. We really appreciate, like, for real, you could be doing what you do in Detroit. You could be somewhere, but you doing it right here and building at home, it counts. And it means something. For them kids from your district to know you right from there, and they could come up and ask you something and say something about the park and turn around. That's another level of power. And, and so you keep pushing. We supporting you over here at Real 96.3.
I appreciate that.
Let the people know how they can get in contact with you to further your education, their education with.
Okay, so again, this is Katrina Felder, the Executive Director of the Adult Education Program with Coastal Pines Technical College. I'm easily accessible. My email address is kfelder@coastalpines.edu. My office number is 912-287-6662. Now, keep in mind, I inherited that number, so. But that's how you can get in touch with me, whether you call, email, or walk in. I have an open door policy. So if you're in the area and you want to stop by, our address is 1701 Carswell Avenue in Waycross, Georgia.
Make sure you catch up with her while you can. While you can call her Katrina Felder and not have to say Mayor Felder or Governor Felder or anything like that. Make sure you catch up with her right now. We're going to have you back. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, Senator Felder, you feel me?
You never know.
Hey, and you can keep it right down here. You can stay in the first district. You can stay in there. Keep
anywhere.
it. Do what you got to do. But we really appreciate you, and we're gonna get that information out to the young people in the area. And anytime you got any information about furthering education or anything you want, just come holler at us.
That's right. It's here. The opportunity is there. And again, like I said, it's free to everyone. We have the most current instructional curriculum that we offer to our students, and that's another reason why we're having so much success.
Right.
We make sure that we follow the college and career readiness standards according to the state, and so that truly has made a big difference in the way that we serve our students. So once again, shout out to TCSG, Office of Adult Ed, here in the state of Georgia, because without you and without your guidance, you make what we do so much more easier and seamless to serve our students. So thank you all. Hey. And I look forward to seeing you in our adult ed program.
Hey, get on out there. Don't wait. Take that time. Like I said, hey, remember, I told you I played around, but I took the test, did what I did, and kept working and kept my head down. So let's do it.
One more thing I need to mention too. I forgot. So going back to some of those challenges and barriers that our students do face, three things that come to mind is childcare, transportation, as well as paying to take the HSE exam.
Right.
The exam had increased, I believe, about 2 years ago. It went from $40 to $46 a part. So right now, I believe it costs a total of $184 to take the entire test, and that's 4 parts. But not to worry, we have scholarships through our foundation at the college. As well as we have private donors that believe in what we're doing, and they support our students and they donate to my program. So if you're someone that wants to donate, hey, please do so. And also just again, for our students or anyone that's out there, you have an opportunity. There's no excuse, and we can support you from start to finish. And we don't hold students back. Once you come in and you take that pre-assessment and you demonstrate that you have the knowledge, the skills, and ability to pass one or more parts of that test, my instructors are well trained, and they know how to fast track a student to get them through that process.
That's awesome.
Now, granted, it doesn't work like that for all students, but we meet you where we are. And I tell students all the time that when you're enrolled into the adult literacy program, it's not a competition. It's not a race. You're not there trying to prove anything to anybody. You work at your own pace. We will meet you where you are. But at the same time, we're going to keep you encouraged. We're going to motivate you. And also, we're going to provide you that guidance that you need so that you can stay on track and complete your GED diploma within a reasonable amount of time.
Hey, don't let the money, time, or difficulty stop you. Holla at Katrina Felder. Get tapped in with Coastal Pines Technical College adult education classes. Thank you again for coming in, and I'm gonna have you back. It's nothing.
Yes,
You
thank
coming
you so
back.
much for having
Definitely.
me. This has been such an honor, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Hey, we got to get the word out and let the people know where to go. Hey, make sure y'all stay locked in. Real 96.3.